Hello everyone, this is your girl Benny and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to prepare puff puff, obonge puff puff. In preparing puff puff, we are going to use 5 grams of flour, which is equivalent to 4 cups of flour. Then we have our sugar, our vanilla essence, our white pepper, our powdered milk, nutmeg, yeast, and a pinch of salt. In preparing this puff puff, we have to sieve in the flour in case there's any particle in the flour. So we are sieving the flour now into a clean, dry bowl. You have to use a bowl big enough because when the batter rises, it might overflow the bowl. So you need a big bowl that can take everything. At times, you have some particles in the flour. That is why you have to sieve it. If not, you just chop yama yama. So I'm still sieving the flour. After sieving the flour, you add your sugar, white pepper, all the dry ingredients, your powdered milk, your nutmeg, the yeast, and a pinch of salt. You stir everything to combine very well. When everything is combined, you get your warm water. Warm water. Don't use hot water because if you use hot water, it will tarnish the yeast. So you use warm water. You stir together. You have to add enough water. The batter shouldn't be too watery. If it's too watery, you won't get a good puff puff. At least this batter we have now is just good enough. You continue mixing until there is no seed. So I'm done here. After mixing, you cover it with your kitchen napkin and put in a warm place so it will rise for about 1 or 2 hours. It depends on how long it takes to rise or how warm where you are putting it is. So you cover and leave it to rise. So I'm going to cover it now and wait until it rises before we fry.
Much later.
So after like 2 hours, this is what we got. The butter has risen. So you have to use your hand. You wash your hand very well and take out the bubbles. Then you now fry. The oil is on the fire, heating up. In those days, puff puff used to be the cheapest food. But since puff puff started rubbing shoulder with samosa and spring roll, it's no longer food for the poor but for rich people. This thing has a technique. for pouring it in. If you master it, it takes time to master it. But if you cannot do it that way, you do it your own way. If you have a good batter, by the time you pour it in the frying pan, you see the puff rising up on top of the oil. So just continue like this. If the batter sticks to your hand, you can just use your hand and dip into water. And you have to be fast. So you have to be stirring this thing. If you don't stir, one side might get cooked and while the other is not cooked. Or if the heat is too much, the outside will be brown, the inside will be cooked. So you have to be turning it so it doesn't get burnt. It is well cooked. So you can see it's turning to golden brown. When you are frying puff, you have to use a deep frying pan because it is fried with deep frying. You can see the oil, the puff there on top is not at the bottom of the pan. If it's not on top like this, that means your yeast didn't rise well. It has to float on the pan. So you have to be stirring it so that both sides will be cooked. You can enjoy this puff puff with chilled drink, water, or fruit drink, natural fruit drink. You can see they are golden brown, so I'll now bring them out because it is well fried. Then you put in a sieve that has paper towel to absorb the oil. This is our end product, our yumicious puff puff. If you have followed us to this stage, please like and share. Thank you and bye bye.